Hello everyone, welcome to Knowledge Circle. Today's program is about symmetric matrix. So first of all, we will talk what is symmetric matrix. A symmetric matrix is a square matrix where number of rows and columns are equal and the transposed form of the matrix is same as the original matrix, or you can say that each row of the matrix element is equal to the each column of the matrix, like first column elements are equal to the first row elements and so on, like second column elements are equal to the second row elements. Okay, so this is called symmetric matrix. So we are going to have a program in Java where we will understand the concept of symmetric matrix. So let's create a class here with the name symmetrics. Now we'll be double clicking on the class. The code window gets opened. The very first line of the program is import java.util.scanner for taking input from user. Then creation of class. The name of the class is symmetric and the scope of the class begins. Then we'll create the main function. After the creation of main function, we'll create the object of scanner class. Okay, so the scanner class object is being created. After the creation of the object of scanner class, we will ask user to enter the number of rows and columns. Okay, so here we'll just provide a message by using the println method of system class that enter the number of rows and columns. So after seeing the message, user will give the value of rows and columns. So what we are going to do, we'll have two different variables where we will store the values of rows and columns. So let's finish this message first, enter the number of rows and column. Then let's put the semicolon at the end of the statement. And then we'll have the input statement here. So first I'll declare a variable int m to store the number of rows. And then we will use the object of scanner class. So the first input given by the user will be number of rows. Now I'll just do what? I'll just copy it and paste, and here I will modify, make it n. So the number of columns and the second number of rows it will be. As we know that symmetric matrix is a square matrix where number of rows and columns are equal. Okay, so we'll put a condition also after this. So here an array is created with the size m and n. Here I'm writing a condition if m is equal to n. Why we are doing this? If it is square matrix, then only input will be taken, then only symmetric matrix will be checked. So here if it is equal, if number of rows and columns are equal, then only what we will do, we will take input from user. The message is given, enter the elements of the matrix. So to take input in a matrix or in a DDA, we have to use nested loop. So the outer loop goes for rows, which goes from 0 to less than the m, and the inner loop, that is j equal to 0, that goes from j is lesser than n and j plus plus. And here in the inner loop we'll write the statement for taking input aij. A is the array name, ij is the row and column index number, ob.next anti. Inner loop gets closed, outer loop gets closed. Now what we have to do, we have to check for symmetric matrix. So here I will declare a counter variable, that is c. Initially I will make it 0. Now I'll copy the code of nested loop and I'll paste here, because we have to check each and every element of the matrix. So here what we are checking each element of each row to the each column, and we are looking that whether it is not equal, and if any element is not equal, then c will increase by 1. Now we will close the loop, and if the value of c has increased, it means it is not symmetric matrix. If the value of c remains 0, means each and every element of each row and each column is matching, like it means that transpose matrix is equal to the original matrix. So here the message will be that symmetric matrix. If this value of c is modified, then we'll put here not a symmetric matrix. Done. After this we'll close the if block which we have opened in the beginning, and now this is the else block for the beginning else, where we will write that the number of rows and columns are not equal. So we'll just write here rows and columns are not equal. Now what we will do, we'll close the main function and we will close the class. After closing main and class, we'll go to compile button, file saved, Class compiled, no syntax error. It's time to execute the program. Now let's click on void main and the program is executed. Enter the number of rows and columns. I'll write here 3 and 3. Now we have to enter the elements of the matrix. So I have entered the elements 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5 and 3, 5, 6. So this is what symmetric matrix where size was 3. Now I'll give one 4 by 4 matrix. I'll write here 4 and 4 rows and columns. Enter the elements of matrix. I'll be entering here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now then 2, 5, 7, 8, 3, 7, 0, 9, and the last one 4, 8, 9, 6. It is also symmetric matrix. Now let's try with different data. Now symmetric matrix. What I'll do here, I'll write the number of rows and columns different. So rows and columns must be. Now let's execute the program. Size is 3 by 3. Let's enter the elements of matrix 1 to 4. 2, 4, 5 and then 3, 5, 0. It's not a symmetric matrix.